Hello and welcome to this tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to print our Excel worksheet. So perhaps some of us might want to produce this Microsoft Excel output into a physical form, which is on a piece of paper, which is why we are going to learn on how to print a specific worksheet. So in this case, I'm going to show you how to print this specific worksheet, which is our Tor Mobile Shop January to June 2021 sales analysis. So this is the sales analysis worksheet, okay, all of this here, and then we have the chart worksheet. So both of these sheets can be printed out as a physical form on a piece of paper. So how are we going to do that? The first thing that we need to do is to make sure that you are on the right worksheet, okay, which is this one. I'm going to print out this one, okay, the Tor Mobile Shop January to June 2021 sales analysis, which is the sales analysis worksheet. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is to click on the file button here, located on the top corner of your left window, Microsoft Excel window. Click on that, then you can see this curtain of Microsoft Excel, okay, and then click on the print button here, okay. And as you can see here, the print preview is shown on the middle of your screen, and then at the left side of your screen is the print settings. Okay, so on the print settings, we can see that there's a button for print. There's a drop down radio box for the copies. You can select how many copies you want here by clicking on the up button and down button, or you can just simply type in how many copies that you want to print. Okay, and then we can see here that this is the printer section. Okay, this is the hardware, the printer that going to print your Microsoft Excel worksheet. You can click this drop down list here, and you can see that there's few selection of printers available, but by default this is mine, okay, the HP DeskJet 2130 series. Okay, depends on how many printers you have, okay, so install on your computers. Next one, the settings. So we have the print active sheets, print entire workbook, and then we have the print selection, and then ignore print area. Okay, so you can select the pages for your Microsoft Excel worksheet, okay, and then we have the this one, whether we want to print it in a collated form or uncollated form. Okay, we have the orientation of the printing. The first one is portrait orientation, okay, and then the second one is landscape orientation. And this is the size of the physical paper. Okay, so we have letters and several other selections, and this is the margin. Okay, so by default the normal margins. I'm not going to change this one since there's no specific margin for this document actually, but if you want to change the margin, then you can select this. It's either normal, wide, narrow, or you can also change the custom margin of your printed document. And then we have the scaling here. Okay, so we have no scaling, fit sheet on one page, fit all columns on one page, and then fit all rows on one page. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to print this specific document. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm going to show you the worksheet area back first. Okay, so we have this Tor Mobile Shop January to June 2021 sales analysis, and then the table here, as you can see, there's number, product, January until June, as well as total sales, and we have this part of the table here, shows the highest sales, lowest, and average. Okay, so when we click print, go back to file and then click print. As you can see on the print preview here, not all of the columns are shown by default, okay, since we don't see any June and the total sales here, okay. But of course we want to print these two as well, okay. In order to do that, we need to change the scaling, okay. The first step you are going to do is to change the scaling. Alright, so click on this no scaling button here, which is the last option available in the printer setting, and then you can select this one, fit sheet on one page. When you click that one, you can see that all of the columns available in our table has been shown in this print preview. So this is what you are going to get when you are going to print this output. But there's another step to do that, which is this one is actually the portrait orientation. So this is the layout of the paper that you are going to print, and as you can see here, there's a selection of output paper, okay? So let's say I'm going to use this one, the A4 size paper, because that's I think the most common format paper that we have. Okay, so I'm going to use A4 paper. This is 21 centimeters by 29.7 centimeters. Okay, and then what if I want to show this printed output in a landscape orientation? Okay, so that I can read it easily, because as you can see that as soon as I select the fit sheet on one page, okay, this one, I can see that the text and the numbers, the figures, has been fitted inside this portrait orientation, and then it changes the size of the font and numbers, the text and numbers. So let's say I want to make it bigger, okay. One way to do that is to change the orientation. So I'm going to change instead of using portrait orientation, I'm going to use landscape orientation. As you can see here, that the table is much more easier to read, because all of the columns appear on this print preview, and then there's no columns or rows left out, and this is ready to print. Okay, right. So assuming that you want to print this output, this will appear exactly as it is on the paper. This is what this is what you will get whenever you want to print this one. All right, so the next one, okay, this is the next one. What if I want to print this output? Let's say I just want this part of this document, okay. I'm not going to print this part. I'm not going to print this highest, lowest, and average sales of this Microsoft Excel output. I just want to print this part. How to do that? The first step you are going to do is to make sure that this area is selected as the print area. Right. So what you're going to do is to select this area, okay, because I just want to print this part, but not this one. Okay, I just want to print this part. Right. So select this area. So I'm going to select from A1 until I12. Okay, this is the cell size that I want to print. Right. So next one is to click on the page layout tab located inside the ribbon here. Okay. All right. So go to the page layout, and then as you can see here, inside the page setup category, we have this print area button. So what we are going to do here is to select this area as the print area. Okay, so I'm going to set this area that I have selected previously to a print area. Alright, so I have selected this print area. So since, as you can see, that if I select this area once again, you can see here on this part here of Microsoft Excel, it shows the print area. Okay, print area, which is has been set up by me. Okay, right. So I'm going to print this out. So click File and then click Print. As you can see, there's no high, average, and lower cells. Okay, for now. The only available thing here is that this part, the one that I have set as the printing area. Okay, this part. See that? Alright, so you can change that actually here. Alright, so from this printing setting, okay, this print setting, there's one button here that you can select to ignore print area. Okay, to ignore print area. When you select this one, you can see the highest cells, lower cells, and average cells tables once again. Okay, because this is not included in the printing area. Alright, so let's disable this ignore print area once again. Then there's no highest, lowest, and average cells appear on the print preview. Okay, so how to remove this print area is just simply by selecting this print area once again, and then go to the page layout tab located on the ribbon, and then click the print area button, and then select clear print area. So once you clear print area and then you go back to the print, you can see that all of the elements included in your Microsoft Excel output appear on your print preview. Okay, so there is no ignore print area right now. Okay, you might able to click the button, but there's actually no printing area available anymore. Okay, so you can do that same step if you want to select any part of your Microsoft Excel output that you want to print. Okay, let's say I'm going to choose this one. I just want this part to be to appear in our print preview. Okay, these higher cells, lower cells, and average. Just want this part. So I just simply highlight from cell B14 to cell H16. Right now I'm going to set this part as the print area. So I'm going to click this print area button once again, and then I'm going to click this set print area. Alright, so next I'm going to click on the print button, and then as you can see on the print preview here, all I can see is this part: higher cells, lower cells, and average cells. There is no cells analysis table available in this print preview unless I'm going to click this once again, which is ignore print area button. Then you can see all of the elements inside of the Microsoft Excel worksheet. Okay, so that is how you are going to set your print area. Next one is to print this output. Okay, so just simply click on the file, make sure you have clear this print area. Okay, clear this print area, and then go back to file and then click print button, and I decide to print this output on a piece of paper. Okay, I set my paper size as A4 paper. Okay, and then I fit all of these columns and rows into one single page. So I'm going to select this one, fit sheet on one page, because this will shrink the print out so that it fits on one page. Okay, you might select this fit all columns on one page, fit all rows on one page, depends on your needs, but I'm going to use this one, fit sheet on one page. Okay, because if I use this one, no scaling, then there will be some of the, especially when it comes to portrait orientation, some of the elements inside the Microsoft Excel worksheet will not appear on my printing area. Okay, I'm going to use the landscape orientation because I think it is much better than the portrait orientation for this type of table. Then I'm going to use this fit sheet on one page to just make sure that everything will be shown in the print preview, and then just simply click print. Alright, so I think that's it on how to print your sales analysis worksheet. But how about if you want to print this chart? To print this chart, you are going to use the same method. Okay? The same method as the previous one. Okay? To print this chart, make sure you are on the right screen. Okay? Make sure you are on the chart worksheet. Click on the chart worksheet. So if I decide to print this chart, I just go back to the file button here and then click on the print, and I can see all of the chart elements shown in this page. Okay, so let's say I decide to print this chart in a landscape orientation. So I just simply select landscape orientation and then change the size of paper to A4. Okay, and then make sure the margin is normal and just simply click print. That's it. So that's all on how to print your Microsoft Excel worksheet. Thanks for watching.